Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by Actistatin, Medina Springs, Ashford Stud, Bloodstock Research, Central Equipment, Claiborne Farm, Doc Lane's Veterinary Pharmacy, Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, Keeneland, Malone's, Kentucky Performance Products, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Paul Miller Ford, PBI Bank, Quill and Leather and Tack, Shadwell Farm, Spendthrift Farm, Three Chimneys Farm, and Windstar Farm.
Hello everyone and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring the latest winner of the Dubai World Cup for the ruler of Dubai, an undefeated winner of the Grade 1 Florida Derby, and a home state hero in the Grade 2 Louisiana Derby. We begin with turf horses at fairgrounds and the Grade 2 Mervyn H. Munez Jr. Handicap. Amira's Prince, the 4-5 favorite, John G. Dooley has the call.
They go to the far side of the course. Skyring leads the way from Burn the Mortgage, who's right at the leader's girth. Under 3 furlongs to go. Skyring trying to stay from Burn the Mortgage, challenging now for Robbie Alvarado. These two toward the quarter pole. They've kicked 4 lengths clear from Real Solution, who is now ridden with the whip. Amira's Prince cut the corner, and the distant is Potomac River. They're into the stretch. 3/4, 115 flat. They're coming down toward the final furlong. Skyring. Skyring continues to hold on to this lead. Toward the inside, Burn the Mortgage all out. Amira's Prince is staying on. Inside the final 16th, it's Skyring by 2. Amira's Prince charging, but here's the wire. Skyring!
Skyring holds off the late charge of odds-on favorite Amira's Prince by a neck. Joe Rocco Jr. up in 152 flat over the soft going. The D. Wayne Lucas trainee had lost his last 7 starts since taking the Grade 2 Dixie Stakes on the Preakness Day card at Pimlico last spring. The 5-year-old horse by English Channel was bred in Kentucky by Bluegrass Hall LLC. Skyring has earned $659,000 for Calumet Farm. Time for the Built Ford Tough Race of the Week, presented by Paul Miller Ford. Built Ford Tough for over 60 years. To Gulfstream Park for the Grade 2 Pan American Stakes. Slumber, the 2-1 favorite, Larry Comas has the call.
3/4 in 112 and 1, and up the backstretch they go, where Joe's Blazing Aaron continues to make the pace over Joha. Russian Greek is next on the outside. Charming Kitten goes up extreme outside 4th. Vertiformer is right there, starting to drop out of its Ocean 7. Sun Tracer is next, and Slumber is on the far outside, going by horses. News Dad is picking it up too. Admiral Kitten is still last. Around the far turn, Joe's Blazing Aaron by 2. Charming Kitten, Slumber to the outside, Joha, Newsdad next. Then it's Vertiformer, and they're coming to the top of the stretch. And Edgar Prado and Joe's Blazing Aaron are still there. Here comes Slumber on the outside. 2 lengths behind and closing in, Charming Kitten, Newsdad on the far outside, and Vertiformer trying to find a seam at the rail to come on through. Newsdad, Vertiformer on the inside. Newsdad does it!
Newsdad by Claiborne Farm stallion Arch gets up to defeat Vertiformer by a neck, with the winner's stablemate favored Slumber 3rd. Joel Rosario aboard the Keeneland Cells graduate in 2:22 and 3. Winner of the 2012 Pan American, Newsdad finished 3rd in this race last year. The Belmont trainee was making his 2nd start off an 11-month layoff. The 6-year-old horse was bred in Kentucky by his owner, James S. Karp. Newsdad has earned $619,000.
Equinice, Grade 1 winning cold therapy compression bandages, suited for pre-race and post-race therapy. Draws heat away from the affected surface while cooling the treated area by as much as 15 degrees.
Back to fairgrounds for the Grade 2 New Orleans Handicap on dirt. Normandy Invasion at 11-10, a slight favorite over Palace Malice. Once again, here's John G. Dooley.
They have less than a half mile to go. Braidster continues to shoulder the load from Ford Dubai. On the outside is Palace Malice now, making his move with just over 3 furlongs to go. Sunbeam toward the inside, still holding down the fort in 4th. Normandy Invasion starts to quicken on the outside, and Normandy Invasion now gains ground, but it's Palace Malice who looms in front. Sunbeam is now 2nd to last. Golden Soul is the trailer. Palace Malice floats Normandy Invasion very wide, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3/4 in 1 minute 11 and 4/5 seconds. They're in the final 3/16. Palace Malice Palace Malice drifts, leads Normandy Invasion, who's in full stretch now. Sunbeam third and still hanging in there toward the rail. Inside the final 16th, it's Palace Malice. Palace Malice inching clear close home. The New Orleans handicap to Palace Malice.
6-5 second choice Palace Malice draws off to defeat Normandy Invasion by 4 3/4 lengths. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sales graduates. Mike Smith aboard in 1:48 4, a 1:13 brisk speed rating. One of the top 3-year-olds last season, Palace Malice defeated Preakness winner Oxbow and Kentucky Derby winner Orb when he captured the Grade 1 Belmont Stakes. And he followed with a victory over champion Will Take Charge in the Grade 2 Jim Dandy Stakes. The Todd Pletcher trainee opened this season winning the Grade 2 Gulfstream Park Handicap. The 4-year-old colt by Curlin was bred in Kentucky by W.S. Farish. A $25,000 Keeneland September yearling turned $200,000 Keeneland April 2-year-old. Palace Malice has earned $1,871,000 for Dogwood Stable. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with 3-year-old fillies in this segment. We begin with the Grade 2 Gulfstream Oaks. Undefeated In Tune, the even money favorite in her stakes debut. Once again, here's Larry Colmus.
Around the far turn, Whomping Willow is the leader. 3/4 in 1:11 1. And now here comes In Tune and House Rules to confront Whomping Willow on the lead. Camille Claudel is next. America's on the far outside. Penwith and Joint Return, and they're coming to the top of the stretch. And it's In Tune and House Rules. And they turn for home together. America's third. Into the final furlong. In Tune on the inside. House Rules on the outside. They're nose to nose at the 16th pole, and House Rules has a head in front. In Tune keeps fighting. House Rules, In Tune. What a battle in the Oaks. In Tune, House Rules. Here's the wire. In Tune, undefeated.
In Tune holds off House Rules by a neck to maintain her perfect record. One of 5 winners on the card for Javier Castellano. Time of the race 150 flat. The first of 3 graded stakes winners last Saturday for Todd Pletcher. In Tune won all 3 starts during the Gulfstream meeting. The filly by Unbridled Song was bred in Kentucky by her owners, Wertheimer and Freyer. In Tune has earned nearly $229,000. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year, now including SAR stats. Next, the Grade 2 Fairgrounds Oaks. Untappable, the 1-2 favorite. Once again, here's John G. Dooley.
50 Shades of Gold still from Untappable, Unbridled Forever, Mary Rita, and Artist Cry. The half mile, 48 1/5 seconds. They have 3 furlongs to go. Untappable is right at 50 Shades of Gold side. Unbridled Forever moving into position on the outside. So here's Untappable and Unbridled Forever. At the inside, 50 Shades of Gold is now third. Here's the quarter pole. Heads are turned for home. Mary Rita and Artist Cry has trailed, and now they're at the top of the stretch. 3/4 went in 1:12 and 4/5 seconds. It is Untappable. There's a furlong to go. Untappable has opened up by 4 now under Rosina Pravnik. On the inside, 50 Shades of Gold. Unbridled Forever is third. It's Untappable showing her superiority in the Fairgrounds Oaks.
Odds-on favorite Untappable draws off to defeat 50 Shades of Gold by 7 3/4 lengths. Fairgrounds leading jockey Rosie Napravnik up in 143 flat. Back-to-back impressive victories over the track for Untappable, who rolled to a 9.5 length score in the Grade 3 Rachel Alexandra Stakes in her 3-year-old debut. The filly by Tappet was bred in Kentucky by her owner Winchell Thoroughbreds and is a half-sister to Grade 1 Stakes winner and millionaire Patio Prado. The Kentucky Oaks points leader, Steve Asmussen-trained Untappable, has earned $548,000. Untappable paid $3 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. The Spendthrift Farm Breed Secure Stallion of the week is Dominus, a versatile multiple Grade 2 stakes winner by Smart Strike. Breed Secure. If you don't profit, you don't pay. Call Spendthrift Farm to learn more about the Breed Secure program. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with 3 major Kentucky Derby prep races in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with the Group 2 UAE Derby. The field included Giovanni Baldini making his first start since finishing second in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. Terry Spargo picks up the call.
500 metres left to run and safety check said come and catch me if you can. Around the bend he led by 2 lengths. Toast of New York in second spot. 2 lengths away Asmar. A long break to Emirates Flyer. Long John hasn't got the zip today, but the Toast has. From the Big Apple, Toast of New York has charged to the front under Jamie Spencer and raced away from Asmar. Emirates Flyer third. Giovanni Baldini much too late. Toast of New York in front, and Toast of New York wins the Derby handsomely.
Toast of New York draws off to defeat Asmar by 2.5 lengths. Jamie Spencer aboard the Keeneland Sales graduate in 157-4. Toast of New York is working on an impressive 3-race winning streak and is under consideration for the Kentucky Derby by his connections who have a background in jump racing. Trainer Jamie Osborne is a former national hunt jockey, and owner Michael Buckley is better known for his success with hurdlers. The colt by Coolmore Stallion The Way You Are was bred in Kentucky by Ashley stud Frank and Jackie Ramos. Toast of New York has earned $1,208,000. The colt was consigned by Hunter Valley Farm agent to the 2012 Keeneland January sale, where he was purchased by Tim Hyde for $35,000. Triple Crown nominee Toast of New York, the Keeneland Sales graduate of the week. To Fairgrounds for the Grade 2 Louisiana Derby. Intense Holiday, the 9-5 favorite. Once again, here's John G. Dooley.
They have 4 furlongs to go. Vickers in Trouble leads the way. Then comes Gold Hawk, Flat Gun, King Cyrus, and Commanding Curve. Half mile for Vickers in Trouble, 47 4/5 seconds. For Rosina Pravnik, Vickers in Trouble takes them to 3 furlongs out in front of Rise Up. Here comes Intense Holiday, making this bold move on the turn as they come toward the top of the stretch. It's Vickers in Trouble and Intense Holiday in trouble. Albano's been racing wide. They turn for home past the quarter pole. 3/4 went in 112 flat. It's Vickers in Trouble with 3/16 to go. Vickers in Trouble now leads Intense Holiday by 5 lengths, but they're deep in the final furlong. Commanding Curve toward the inside, now into third. Albano's fourth. In Trouble's fifth. And Vickers in Trouble's in front. Close to the finish. The Louisiana Derby to the Louisiana bred. Vickers in Trouble.
3-1 second choice. Vickers in Trouble by Spendthrift Farm Stallion Into Mischief. The front-running winner by 3.5 lengths over the favorite Intense Holiday as Rosie Napravnik scores the Fairgrounds Oaks Louisiana Derby double. Time of the race 150-3. A 6 3/4 length winner of the Grade 3 Lecomte Stakes in his 3-year-old debut. The Mike Maker trainee finished a troubled third when Intense Holiday captured the Grade 2 Risen Star Stakes. The colt was bred in Louisiana by Spendthrift Farm and was an $8,000 yearling turned $80,000 2-year-old. One of 3 potential Kentucky Derby starters for Kenneth and Sarah Ramsey, Vickers in Trouble has earned nearly $789,000. To Gulfstream Park for the Grade 1 Florida Derby. Cairo Prince, the 6-5 favorite. Larry Comas has the call.
They're off in the Florida Derby, and Wildcat Red comes out running, and General A-Rod is away running in second position as they move for the first turn. All-Star is next, and Constitution is down on the inside. Cairo Prince is 5th early, and he's 4 lengths off the lead, and then spot in between horses, he's tall, and Matador is along the rail at the back of the field, and racing just 4 lengths off of Wildcat Red, who makes the pace on the first turn as they head on to the backstretch. Wildcat Red leading General A-Rod by 3/4 of a length, and Constitution is running in 3rd position on the inside. As they go to the backstretch, he's just 2 lengths off the lead. The opening quarter mile was in 24 seconds flat. It's a reasonable pace here for Wildcat Red, who's out there by a length. General A-Rod, Spot on the outside, and Constitution. Cairo Prince is fifth right now, and he's 4 lengths off the lead. Then Matador, who's down at the rail with 4.5 to make up, and then Longshot All-Star and East Hall at the back of the field. 6 lengths covers them all, and they went 48 seconds flat for a half mile. Wildcat Red and his nemesis General A-Rod, and they're a neck apart as they move into the far turn. And Constitution is a handy third right behind them. Cairo Prince begins his charge now on the outside. He's within 2 lengths of the lead. Then Matador and Spot around the far turn. It is still Wildcat Red, General A-Rod a half length behind. Cairo Prince being sent along. Constitution is going to get through an opening on the inside. Here he comes, bounding through on the rail. Constitution up the rail with Javier Castellano, head and head with Wildcat Red. On the outside, General A-Rod, Cairo Prince, it's Wildcat Red, Constitution, head and head, Wildcat Red, Constitution won a Florida Derby, and Constitution has won.
3-1 second choice Constitution slips through along the rail to defeat Wildcat Red by a neck. The first victory in the Florida Derby for Javier Castellano, time of the race 1:49 flat. Constitution making his stakes debut after impressively winning his first 2 starts during the Gulfstream meeting. A sharp maiden winner, sprinting 7 furlongs in January, the Todd Pletcher trainee was a front-running 3 1/4 length winner of an allowance optional claimer going 1 1/16 in February. The colt by Tappet was bred in Kentucky by Grapestock LLC and Fox Hill Farms and was a $400,000 Saratoga yearling. Constitution has earned $649,000 for Windstar Farm and Twin Creeks Racing Stable. Coming up, a sweep for the ruling family in the Dubai World Cup. Time now for the feature race of the week, presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. It's the 19th running of the world's richest race, the $10 million Dubai World Cup. 16 horses representing 6 countries went postward, including last year's Epsom Derby winner, ruler of the world, and U.S. expatriate Ron the Greek. Here's the call by Terry Spargo.
Bucadrum took them through the first quarter in 25.7, the first 800 metres in 49.9. Bucadrum down the back of the track, 3 parts of a length in front. Hoko Tayumihi has moved to second, African Story third. Ron the Greek's fourth, he's covering extra ground. Ruler of the world in the middle. A length away is Surfer being shoved along. Then Akid Mafid, Sand Shoreware's side glance, 3 deep. Followed by Military Attack, Catamount and Belshazzar. Hillstar well back with Vancouverite Red Cadeau, and Prince Bishop is last of all. Bucadrum led on the turn, 450 metres left to go in the great race. Bucadrum in front, African Story into the clear, moves to second. Ruler of the world under pressure, and Akid Mafid on the fence, nothing else running on. African Story and Bucadrum, it's a Dubai Quinella. African Story's taken the lead, Bucadrum battling back, but African Story in the blue of Godolphin is forging clear, and African Story wins the Dubai World Cup.
African Story defeats front-running Bucadrum by 2.5 lengths, with Cat O'Mountain rallying into third to complete a Mokhtoum family sweep. Silvestre de Sousa, the winning jockey, in 2:01 3. The English-bred 7-year-old gelding by Pivotal is the 7th winner of the Dubai World Cup for Sheikh Mohammed's Godolphin stable, and is the 6th winner of the race for trainer Saeed Mansour. African Story won the Group 2 Godolphin Mile 2 years ago, but finished 5th when Animal Kingdom captured the 2013 Dubai World Cup. African Story has a bankroll of $7,426,000. Silvestre de Sousa with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. We'll have 3-year-olds in the Grade 1 Wood Memorial and the Grade 1 Santa Anita Derby, along with 3-year-old fillies in the Grade 1 Ashland Stakes, the Grade 1 Santa Anita Oaks, and the Grade 3 Fantasy Stakes next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week has been presented by Actistatin, Adena Springs, Ashford Stud, Bloodstock Research, Central Equipment, Claiborne Farm, Dock Lanes Veterinary Pharmacy, Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, Keeneland, Malone's, Kentucky Performance Products, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Paul Miller Ford, PBI Bank, Quillen Leather and Tack, Shadwell Farm, Spendthrift Farm, Three Chimneys Farm, and Windstar Farm. Online at tbredweek.com.